Ladies and gentlemen, my guest today needs no introduction. But you know what? I'll give her one anyway, because why not? She's the queen of Afro House, the woman whose beats have made waistlines work over time, the voice that can sweet talk you in Yoruba and still break your heart in English. But today, we're going beyond the bops. This isn't what inspired your last single. Nah, we're talking money, we're talking madness, we're talking the music industry's dark corners and the side of Niniola you've never heard before. Now, if you think you know Niniola, wait till the end of this hour. Grab your headphones. We're about to get right into the conversation because the queen has arrived. Our queen of Afro House, welcome, Nini. I've interviewed you so many times, but I get excited anytime I'm having a conversation with you. So thank you for being here today.
Thank you. This is home.
Yes. As always, you look beautiful. The hair is laid. The makeup is laid. And did you do your makeup by yourself today?
Oh, yes. And my hair.
And your hair. Nini, how do you do that in this industry? How do you have the time to do your makeup and do your hair and it comes out looking really good?
Because I like it to look a certain way. So, yeah, I make out time for it.
Interesting. You know what? I want to kickstart this conversation with some fire questions, quick fire questions.
Okay.
Are you ready for me?
I am.
So the first one is a song you wish you made. Any song, past, present, by any artist in Nigeria, outside Nigeria, that you wish you made.
All Michael Jackson songs.
Do you know the funny thing? I was watching a lot of Michael Jackson videos yesterday, so that is so real.
Yeah.
What is your favorite Michael Jackson song? Do you have any?
There's so many. There's dun 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 dun.
That's a jam. Let me ask you another one. Your first paycheck splurge, you got that big money. You were like, what was the first big thing that you spent on?
Big thing.
Yes.
When I got my first paycheck,
yes,
I was back into the music. Yes.
Yeah, you invested it back.
But yes.
So like for productions and stuff.
Yes, like when I got my 2 million naira from Project Fame.
Yes.
I put it back into the music. That's how I kickstarted my career.
Do you remember your first big paycheck after the Project Fame money? That maybe they paid you for a show.
Yeah, I think the first one was 250. I think. And it still went back into the.
You really like music, go.
It's not really like music.
I've
always been an independent artist, and for me, it's about work ethics, and you have to put back so you get back.
Fair.
More.
Another one, the craziest DM from a fan.
There are many.
Do you remember anyone?
They're nasty.
Oh, they are too nasty.
Yes.
Especially after this, our last big song. I'm sure that the DMs have been crazy.
But even when I sing like very clean songs, they find a way to. So people are the ones with dirty minds.
So what do you do when you get those kind of DMs? Do you block the person or you just pretend like you never saw it?
I just laugh and pretend like I didn't see it.
You just move on. Like, Ele was serious.
Yes.
Okay, one unexpected fact about you today. Not your past. One unexpected fact about you today.
Today. Oh, my goodness. Even though, yes, some people know, but other people don't know that I love to do my hair and makeup myself. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And your nails as well.
Yes.
And you style yourself as well.
Yes, every now and again.
What was that decision like, getting into the industry where, is huge on makeup, huge on stylist, huge on all of that? When did you come to that point to say, you know what, I want to be the one to style myself and make up myself? What was that moment?
Okay, so it started out because there was not enough money. Yeah, and I had to prioritize the music production, paying for those things. And I was like, I'd rather use the money to better my craft and then, work on, styling myself, doing makeup. I went on YouTube and I had to learn everything. And because I'd been doing that, even when, I had enough funds to employ people, even though all through the years I employ people every now and again, but I'm used to it now.
Yeah, used to it now. So it's just part of your process.
Yes, it is.
Part of your process. Okay, let's also talk about the fact that I don't really see you on a lot of red carpets. Yes. Even when you were nominated, I've forgotten, for the Headies, and then you even won. I saw you on stage, but I couldn't find videos and pictures of you on the red carpet. But I saw you coming out to receive your award. So talk to us a bit about that. Is it a conscious decision not to really be on red carpets as much?
Not really. First of all, I'm not everywhere. I don't really go out, and trust me, I go to where I'm paid. It's money. And even the Headies, yes, there's I remember the one I won. I had red carpet pictures.
Okay.
Yeah, I did have,
Okay. Has something happened, in the past that has made you realize that, let me keep myself to myself? Because in this industry, people are everywhere. You're in the music game, but sometimes you are on movie sets, or people are just in different places. People are out
Yes.
there. I remember when I also really got in. Every premiere, now me did there.
Yeah.
Everybody carry my picture. But I've also noticed that you've somehow been able to stay relevant without being everywhere. We just mostly know you for your music.
It's intentional. Because when I started out, started out with my team, with Michael, my manager, stroke business partner, and we decided, because I said I want to be known for my music first. When in your last name comes up, what comes to mind? The music, and that's it.
And nothing
So it
else.
was very intentional. Yeah.
Have you ever had to pay for that in the industry?
For every decision you make, you have the pros and you have the cons. Some people are very loud. That's just who they are naturally. And for me, if you want to be quiet, it means that your music has to bang. You have to work on it and make sure that, okay, when you drop, everybody's like, hey, because you can't be quiet and then your music sucks. So for every time I put out music is priority for me, because it's still all about the arts. I'm still very much in love with the arts till today.
I want to talk about something that is unexpected, even
Okay.
though I wanted to go to your music.
All right.
I remember the first time I met you, and I've interviewed a lot of big people, and then your perfume was in this space.
Really?
I think I was telling someone, I said I interviewed two people that I remember how they smell. You
Okay.
and G Mike.
Oh.
When both of you left the studio, people were talking about, who was
Oh,
here?
really?
Who was here? I said, "It's Niniola that came for interview." So do you have a soft spot for like perfumes, or do you just pick random scents and just say, this one smells nice?
So it's just a cocktail, really. So when you mix, and then it just smells really good.
What
Yeah.
did you mix today? Do you know the names? But I don't know names of perfumes.
Yeah, I do. Do I remember? I just take the random perfumes, baby, and just
Yeah.
spray.
Have you ever used like a cocktail of perfumes before and then it ended up not, that cocktail could really bossy? It didn't really come out.
So from choosing, the scents, I know what I like. So I even if I have to layer them, I know they will work in the first place. There's some very strong scents that I stay away from, and I don't really like flowery scents. Just something in between. Yeah.
Interesting. Let's now go back to the music.
Okay.
The album video came out 8 days ago, and it has over 1.2 million views already. I was talking to one of my team, and the person said, in the morning it was 1 million views. How's 1.2? Is this your fastest growing video, or was it Maradona?
Other songs too have being like that, but with this particular song, Alum, even before the song dropped officially,
Yeah,
everyone was
already,
crazy raving about it. So and that's the joy of creating music for people, and people go out to watch the videos, and also I do ads as well to make sure that more people are seeing the videos, and they go back, they click on it and watch and enjoy the video. Yeah.
It's a really nice video. It's a
Thank
really
you.
nice video. And so let's talk about this year. This
Okay.
year, a lot of people have dropped music, people have dropped albums, and I'm going to be honest with you. I know you don't like to get into controversy, so I'm not going to controversy anything.
Don't
here.
worry, me, sir.
But people have dropped music and it has not really banged like that.
Okay.
But somehow, an artist like you that is not constantly in the news, only when you're dropping music or when you are just something music shot, that is when we hear about you. Somehow you've managed to pierce through the noise and have a hit track in 2025. I'm going to be honest with you. I work on radio. Not a lot of our big stars have had hits this year. People are struggling when it comes to music. People are pushing. But somehow 11 years, 12 years in your career, you are not struggling to give us a hit single. Because we already know that when it comes to December now, this song is going to surface a bit on another level. How does that make you feel? And do you think you're appreciated enough for that?
So it makes me feel good, makes me feel great, makes me thank God and the people that have supported me, the media, my family, my team, my friends in the industry. It just makes me realize that you can be you and it will still work out, but it has to be by your own terms. Don't look at somebody else's journey and be like, why is it happening for that person and not me? Learn from people, but don't envy anyone. Stay true to yourself and you win. And like I said, I'm still about the art. You can have all the money to do all the promo. If the song is not good and if it can't resonate with people, then there's a problem. And also, I do dance music. not a lot of people can do dance music. It's complicated yet so simple. You have to make it easy for people to dance to and enjoy. So I just feel like, me being true to myself, and people appreciate the fact that, there's nobody like Niniola.
Yes. Let me clap for that one. There's nobody like Niniola. But it has also been many years, again, 11, 12 years of you making Afro House music. And on paper, people would say that kind of sound can get repetitive and get boring. This Ginger, for example, Ginger Me Alum, it doesn't sound like what every other person is making right now.
Okay,
but
in terms of what?
In terms of
the production?
In terms of the
lyrics?
production, in terms of the lyrics, in terms of what is in.
Delivery, okay.
Yeah, in terms of what is in. So somehow you don't make music based on what is in.
No.
So tell me your process. Because again, you're making music, you've been making music for a long time, but at the same time, there are new artists, there's a new wave. How do you find that balance?
So I know that, first of all, I am African, I'm Nigerian, I'm Yoruba, and I'm authentic in my own skin. When I started, people were like, are you sure this Yoruba thing will really, singing in Yoruba will really work? But for me, it's working. Sometimes people be like, what is she saying here? So, that's suspense of, what is she going to say next? What is she going to do next? And like I said, dance. People want to dance.
Yeah.
See, whether you like it or not, if they play dance music somewhere and you're sitting down, even if you do not understand what the person is saying, you move your body and then you speak to them in ways nobody can speak to them. People get shy. Men will sing about boys will sing about women and our body parts. I'm like, what gives you the right to do that? If you can do that, then it's my own body. I can sing about it and, make women feel comfortable in their own skin and not feel dirty. So I think the realism in it is what, pulls me through, and also production. I do not joke with production because music is everlasting. You want to create music that will last the test of time. That's why people will go back to my old music and it will still bang. So at the end of the day, just make sure you're focused. Don't think only of promo when you're in the studio and be like, okay, what will work on TikTok? No.
That's not what.
Yeah, leave everything outside, but you still want it to be relatable. It has to be relatable.
So make the music first. That's what you're saying. Make the music first, and you can think about TikTok.
Yes.
Or all of that much later.
Yes.
Interesting. This episode, of course, is brought to you by our friends at Credit Direct. If you're looking to grow and invest your money and you're looking to get loans, Credit Direct is the way to go. Download the app right now on Google Play or your App Store. And, of course, make sure you use the code J on air for some benefits that I will not tell you unless you download the app. Okay, we're back to the conversation. Niniola, you're known as the Queen of Afro House. Have you ever felt boxed in that title?
Oh wait,
No,
nobody can put me in a box. You can't put me where I don't want to be. I dictate, where, how, I want to dance, what I want to sing. And yes, my root genre of music is Afro House, but I still tend towards other genre of music like R&B, like folk music and the rest. So every now and again, I'll step out, sing R&B. Maybe beginning of the year, I'll drop R&B for my R&B lovers. And then when, the Koje rush people are like, dance music, where is it? Yeah. I'm like, calm down. When they are not thinking, I give them bow. But at the end of the day, it's all love from people, and I appreciate everyone, who has been with me from day one. Yeah.
Do you remember the first time you heard that title, Queen of Afro House? Do you remember? Because in an industry where everybody is fighting for a queen title, well, not necessarily, the fans may be putting people against each other. So everybody's looking for, top 3, top 4, queen of this. You are the one that moved the industry. Nobody is following you to fight with your own title. You understand? Queen of, do you remember the first time someone called you or you saw it on X or wherever? Do you remember?
What I do remember is after when I dropped my debut single, Ibadi, and everyone's like, oh, this is a breath of fresh air. This is different. Oh my goodness, Afro House, this, that. And then I did the second song, Soke. And they're like, she's the queen of Afro House. And the more records that I dropped, it just kind of solidified the title. I'm like, okay, if people are giving me something good, I'll adapt it. And that's how it happened. I've never been one to struggle with anybody. Yeah, I'm on my own lane, doing my own thing, the best way that I can. I'm having fun, trust me.
Do people ever really get shocked when they meet you in person? Maybe the person, because when you're on stage, you get people out, they are shaking their behind. People are doing it. Remember the first time you called me on stage?
Yes, sir.
And then weeks after, people were saying, what is happening here? So talk to us a bit about that. Do people ever get surprised when they meet Niniola in person? And they're like,
of course. It's always happened. Naturally, I'm an introvert.
Wow.
But music is where my extrovertish nature comes out. So on the record, I'm doing it to hype you guys up, so you have fun. But on a normal day, I'm just be like, you're supposed to be. Am I supposed to be jumping up and down? Even Agber yourself, they get that way, they rest. You get it? So yeah, so some people get shocked and just see me pressing my phone. You know, it's only if I'm familiar with you, then I can be loud. Yeah, but otherwise, I'm just like, okay, what do I have to say? Nothing, you know, but yeah.
Yeah. You had been in the industry for a number of years before Teni got in. Do you remember that moment? Because there was a lot of conversation. People were talking about Teni and Teni's sound and a lot of comparison. And a move from comparison to when are both of you going to be on a song together? And it has moved from that to both of you not even putting out any. I noticed that both of you were not necessarily commenting or anything on each other's pages, but you just allowed it become a natural thing. And you now made like 55 billion videos this period where you guys are doing makeup. So it's almost like these people are just playing with her. So talk to us about that time when Teni got into the industry and the conversations around that time. How did it make both of you feel?
Okay, so when
and
she
for
was
those that
coming
don't
in,
know, by the way, Teni is her younger sister.
come on. Anyways, when she was coming in, she wanted to be her own person.
Did she talk to you about it?
Yeah, she did. She wanted to be her own person, and I concurred, because just go as your own. Because you know that thing about when they know the person is your sibling, sometimes, you know, if you have any enemies, it can transfer. Or even if you don't have any enemies, it's just, some people they're just like, why would two siblings be doing something great? But whatever, let me fast forward. I told her, I said, just be careful, because there'll be a lot of comparisons. You know, people want to have a field day, but we're not going to feed them. Do you get? And when the comparisons started, we're just laughing. And when they are tired, they will shut up. And it passed. So and people are like, are they even really sisters? Are they this? Are they that? I'm like, it's not my business. Listen to the music. So for me, I feel like you don't need to address everything, you know, that comes up about you. Sometimes you see that suspense, and the fact that they don't know nothing will make them, you know, keep looking at you and be like, you know, be intrigued that what's really happening here. And that also preserves your artistry and your person. Because there's more to too many things to learn about, too many things people don't know about you, yet they still want to know. But it's about the music.
It's about the music.
Yeah.
So was it also intentional that, you know, at the same time, you guys were not necessarily posting each other? Even your music, you drop music, she drops music, everybody is just facing their own business. Was that also intentional?
Oh yeah. Even now, if I feel like posting her music or vibing to her music, I do it. If she feels like it, she does it. We do whatever we like. We don't care about anybody. You see, what you see on social media is different from what is when we're together or when we're talking and gisting and gossiping. It's totally different. So the thing about it is that we separated the artists from sisters. You see, don't get it twisted. The artist, she's a different entity. There's no, when it comes to the art, there's no relationship, right? Except just being colleagues.
Yeah.
But when it comes to family, she's my baby. So it was intentional. Separating it, yes.
Separating the artistry.
Yes.
So that means that you guys don't have conversations about collaborations or
it's in the works. It's in the works.
Do you ever send her music to say what do you feel about? Does she ever send you music? What do you feel about?
Okay, so the thing about me is that I don't listen to people's music.
Oh, why?
Especially unreleased songs, because
anybody's not just your sister. Anybody.
Because I'm like a sponge. I don't want to soak up your material. And then maybe I'm in the studio and I'm singing. I've forgotten where I heard it. I'll not sing it. You not say I stole it. Do you get what I mean? So nah. I'm careful what I listen to.
Yeah. So that it doesn't end up becoming fights later.
And so that I still keep my originality. For me, it's more about even the originality than, anything else. And the authenticity. So I mind what I listen to.
But when songs come out, when a song is eventually out, right? And you hear something that you like, have you ever heard music that you've liked and you feel like, I want to put some of that into my own
No
sound?
way.
No
That's
way.
what I'm telling you about originality.
No way.
I don't want to sound like anybody else. I still want my authenticity. Yes, when songs drop, oh, nice, this, that, but I try not to take from it.
So who do you listen to? What's on your playlist? What's your playlist like?
So if I'm listening to music, I'm listening to old school music because that's where I learn a lot of things, and that's how I relax.
So
Old
you
school.
don't. So are you basically saying you don't really listen to present day music?
Not necessarily. When I want to relax, I don't. Even when I'm preparing to go to the studio, I listen to music. I listen to Indian music. I listen to old school
You
music.
listen to Indian music?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
Indian music. I listen to Nigerian music. Yeah, So because I have to keep it fresh.
Yes. Go on. Yeah.
I have to keep it fresh. I
Yeah.
have to keep it, delicious.
Yeah.
It has to be different.
Yeah.
And if everybody's doing the same thing, then I will not be able to stand out. So yeah. That's why when I'm in the car, I listen to the radio. Yeah, and then I listen to music, and I'm like, oh, this sounds good. Oh, this sounds nice. Or maybe on social media, and that's it. And I leave it there. Like, oh, yeah, buy me get.
You don't want to take
Even
it
when
back
I
home.
hear very sweet melodies, or I'm like, no way, and I move.
Wow,
Yeah.
interesting. So that's how you preserve
I preserve it.
your
Yeah.
sound. But what is a song you've heard recently, or someone or a tune or an artist that you've heard their song, whether popular but Nigerian artist, that you're like, wow, this sound is really good, and I might want to work with you in the future, or not necessarily work with you, but I just love your music and I love the sound.
Let me tell you, Nigerian artists are the best in the world because
I just say that because you're a Nigerian artist.
it's not because of that. If you know me, you know that I don't sugarcoat anything, and it's because year in, year out, we churn out music. We're always looking to better it. Even Michael Jackson, it's not all the songs he recorded in his studio that turned out to be hits. It's not everything that he released.
Yeah.
Do you get? So Nigerians are really trying. You will hear this sound. This guy just came out. This girl just came out. But like I said, I try not to keep it here so that I don't get into trouble. Because before you know it, you are using the same lamba another person has used. But mine has to be fresh, as always. Pasero. When was the last time people heard that word pasero? People that know the word. Some people new school, people don't even know Gen Zs. Not knowing that pasero has always been. Even, alum. Now some people know, okay, there are different uses, So yeah, that's how I preserve myself. So if I hear something nice, I try not to keep it. I'm not Shazam.
Yeah. Were you
I try not to.
Were you also bothered about the conversation around alum as well? Because there were also some conversations on X. I know you're on X. Sometimes you go there, sometimes you.
Yeah.
Let's conversations. I say conversation.
That's fine.
Around, is what is Niniola promoting in this song? What is she telling women to do?
Exactly.
Were you worried about that conversation overshadowing the beauty of the record that you just made?
No way.
And did you see that conversation?
No way. Of course I did. Of course, it came to my table. Most of the conversations.
Yeah.
It was interesting to know that people had different views and their opinions, and people are talking about how they loved it, and people were being educated. Don't do this, do that. So it means that it's not everything that you hear. You have to. You need to use your brain and decipher. Okay, is this good for me? Should I do this or should I not? So it was fun, just reading people's comments. People loving it, people that despised it, people that were tickled by it. So that was the essence of that song, because I felt it that way. Before I released it, I would listen to the song and I would laugh and be like, oh my God, this girl. And I got that effect from people. So yeah, so it was more of educating people in a fun way. Imagine if I'd, just come out, made a video and tried to educate women on the, on the pros and cons of using alum, nobody will really listen because they'll be like, what's going on? But the music is going bang bang bang, and before you know it, it's hitting you and everybody's talking about it. I didn't even have to, a lot of people picked it up, and we're just just somebody that called them like, how much did you pay all these people talking? I said, how will I pay them talking? There are things that are organic that there's nothing you can do about it. So I was, happy that it happened. And people were even speaking on my behalf. Like, no, that's not what she meant. She didn't say people should go and use it. She was just, advising women. So, yeah.
And it wasn't necessarily her. Because, in my opinion, it's an alter ego. It's area sister that's advising people, not necessarily Niniola. The angle I saw it from.
So when I write music, it doesn't mean that that's who Niniola is. If you know Niniola, Niniola is separate from the music. So I just picked the character. Auntie Adugbo, and you know how some of these young girls look up to older women. They can be led astray, and they can be led onto the right path. So it's just telling them that make good decisions in your life.
Are you ever worried about being known as the older artist? Are you ever worried about being known as the older auntie? Or
do I want to die? Growing up, aging is a part of life, and I'm excited and I'm happy that I've been in this industry for this long, and I can still penetrate the young audience. Do you get what I mean? It's fun for me. They'll be like, hey, auntie, I'm like, don't call me auntie, I'm Gen Z. So it's, for me, it's fun. And they'll call me, they'll ask questions, tell me to advise them and all of that. So it's, for me, it's fun.
So the beauty is the fact that you are getting older, but the young people are still
and I'm still doing exactly. It's surreal, trust me, because some people can't penetrate. Some people be like, because of your age, you can't do this, you can't do that. Thank God, that I was born when I was born. So now that I'm this age and still growing, I'm free to do whatever and sing however, whatever I want to do.
So you're not worried about hitting that milestone age? I'm not going to call any age here.
You see Sonny Ade? He's still doing bebe.
Yes.
Yeah, right?
You did that shuffle
So if he can still perform at that age, who am I not to do that? And I do dance music, come on.
Do you ever think about marriage and children? Does that ever cross through your mind? But before you answer the question, you are the kind of artist that can be married with 10 children and nobody knows. I'm
telling you.
but
see, nobody will even know anything about me.
Really?
No. I'm a very private person.
Don't you want to share that with us?
Why should I?
Because we love you.
I want love me, love the music. There's a direction. Signboard. Yeah. This way. Don't go there. Come this way. Yeah, so different people want different things. Some people are very on social media, and that's how they live their life. If you take that away from them, you can kill them. So different people, different strokes for different folks. Yeah.
But is that something you think about? Marriage, children, love?
Of course. Of course now. Definitely.
Is that what you're saying?
Definitely, but nobody's gonna know.
Like say, Joe, move on from that.
Nobody's going to know. Please, you should just keep dancing.
If you're looking to grow money, looking to invest your money, looking to get loans, looking for a reasonable increase in your money, not Ponzi scheme, not you put 10,000 and see 2 billion. That's what I'm talking about. For reasonable growth, you want to go through the Credit Direct way. Credit Direct is, of course, a subsidiary of FCMB. Make sure when you download the app, though, you use my code J on air to get benefits today. Niniola, do you think the industry is still a boys' club?
So, when people call me Niniola, it just feels odd.
Why?
Because people close to me just call me Nini. Yeah, okay, to answer your question, boys club, coming into the industry, I didn't see myself gender-wise. I just saw myself as a human being that just wanted to make music. Yeah. So trust me, if you feel like this person is not going through something, of course everybody goes through something at one time or the other, but for me it's about my own race. My own race. Yes, I can learn from people's experiences, but I'm focused on my own race. And yes, I've always had challenges as an independent artist,
Artist, yeah.
but I don't wear my challenges on my shoulders.
Mm.
I keep going. I keep dishing out good music. So for me, that's how I think, and that's what's pulled me through.
Have you ever looked to change from being an independent artist to getting signed? Was there a time that you were actually shopping to record labels and saying, sign me, this is my music, let's sign a contract, or let's have a partnership?
Okay, so after I dropped my debut single Ibadi and it was everywhere, some labels approached me, but at the time I was skeptical about signing because I didn't want anyone to change my
Sound.
direction of my creative direction. Because at the time people were like, okay, fine, and it sounds good, Afro House, but how are you going to keep up?
Sustain that,
Yes. What about longevity of your sound? And I didn't want anyone to tamper with it. So I decided, you know what, Michael and I, we now decided to set up a label. And that's how it happened. Some other labels along, after some years came, I didn't really like, the contracts that were coming. And I'm like, you know what, since I've been doing it for a while, let me just continue. Yeah.
Now, looking to break internationally, people might say that, there are things that you need to do to actually get in the international market, because we're getting our artists Grammy nominated, and we're getting our artists getting on Billboard. The conversation is now bigger than just being in Nigeria. Is that something that you ever think about or worries you of some sort?
No, because my music cuts across. There's so many people outside the country that, yes, if you have a label, a backbone, yes, your outreach will be more. You have more impact. But at the end of the day, that's not like the sole thing, because whether you like it or not, you will come back home. All the artists that go out, they will still come back, because at the end of the day, this is where you have your core fans. But yes, if I get if a label comes and the contracts, everything I'm comfortable with, I will sign. If not, I am not signing. Okay.
Welcome to the show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, Yusuf speaking from Niniola.
Yusuf, you know why I love this phone call? When we are talking politics, you call. When we're having fun conversations, you call. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Teni is one of my best actress as an actor, singer.
Yes.
In fact, I have in my there's what this. I don't want to mention the music app. Whenever I'm going out of Lagos, Teni is my first track. It's my first collabos.
Wow.
It's my first.
Wow.
I'm serious. All our music is hit back to back. That means all our music keep gingering me, and I love that. And I love her for that. And one more thing I really love about her is her private life. I really appreciate it. Please keep it up. No drama, no stories. I love that. And your sister, no, that one, she's something else. But so much look like your dad, because I grew up in Isolo and I know your dad.
Oh.
I know him. Wow. And we were very small, but I know him Baba Soja.
Yes.
Don't let me go too far. But whenever I see her like this, I'm just looking at the face. The resemblance is mad.
Yeah.
Shout out to her. I really appreciate her too. She's doing well.
Thank you so much.
Well done.
God bless you.
Thanks for calling, bro. Thanks for calling. All right, Nini.
Yeah.
He just said when he looks at you, you look so much like your dad.
Oh yeah.
Right. Sometimes people that might have known your dad because it was quite popular in that area, especially. Do you ever stop grieving? I mean, you lost your dad in 1995. I mean, he died not in the way that you want your parents to die. He died young, and died. It was murdered, basically. Have you finally dealt with that emotion? And were you in the house when that happened?
Of course I was in the house, and I was his favorite child, so you can imagine.
Teni is going to watch this. Everybody's going to watch this.
She knows. Everybody knows. No.
That you were your dad's favorite?
Yes, I was his favorite. And so till today, I'm not over it. I can never get over it. Nah, never.
Do you remember what your thought process was like when it happened? Did you feel like you were in a movie? What was your thought process like when it happened?
Me,
how old were you at the time?
I was really, really young. I was
10, 11.
I don't remember, but it was something. It wasn't a good memory. Nah. But bless his soul.
Bless his soul.
Yeah.
All right. As somebody that speaks, a lot of Yoruba in your music, how do you feel when people across different tribes? Because you perform even in the East. I've seen a couple of yours in the East, in Rivers, in Port Harcourt, all over the place. How do you feel when people that don't speak Yoruba, especially in a country that still deals with a lot of tribalism, connect a lot with your music. How does that make you feel?
Oh, it makes me feel good. If you have a conversation with me like on a normal day, you know that I love to speak Yoruba. I'm speaking English and then I'm speaking Yoruba, because to me Yoruba is a beautiful language. It's melodious, and when people love your music, they say music is a universal language.
Yeah.
So it's not just about the language, but how you hit people's souls. So I'm dishing it out the way I want to, and you're loving it. It just makes me feel blessed and thankful.
All right, this one here says, good evening, Niniola and Jay. CJ Mayor from Aguda here. Big shout out to Niniola. I mean, she's too good. And when you are good, I beg. And what are certain things about the industry that people might not know of? They see the glitz, they see the glamour, they see you come out with the hit singles. I don't know. What are certain dark sides of the industry that artists go through that, fans should know about? And so that might help fans take it easier, on artists.
So I won't put it that way. I'll just say there are challenges and there are things that you have to do, like hard work. It's non-negotiable. You have to work hard. Do the work. Like, people don't see the work and they can never see it. It's just like when you have a chef and he has to think of the meal, write down the ingredients, go to the market to purchase this, items and blah, blah, blah. Sourcing for beats, it's a headache because it has to be interesting. So Michael is also my A&R. So he sources, for the beats. He knows the kind of beats that I like. And then he'll pass down to me and I listen. So getting producers that can produce the kind of music that I like, is a bit challenging. Maybe because of my taste, I don't know.
Yeah.
Then also funding.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of things. And some challenges are peculiar to, different people. And it depends on how you want to see it. I'd rather spend money on the craft than any other thing, and some people might do it otherwise. But at the end of the day, when you're in the industry, all you have to focus on is still the music. You can't get carried away and feel like, oh, no matter what I dish out, people are going to take it. So that's another challenge. You feel like they're gonna love it. Maybe people are hyping you in the studio and then you drop it and people aren't really feeling it. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't keep on dropping music. Yeah.
I saw a recent tweet. You said the next single is ready. This was before you dropped, this video. So I obviously cannot tell us the title and everything. No. But what does this? Is this fast? Just give us something. Is it fast paced? Is it a love story? Is it talking about the things, the nasty? What is just something?
But the thing about Nini and the music, you have to wait for it, because you have to wait.
Why this?
It's just like people that take. Even though I've not taken, I don't know how to be high.
Yeah.
But they say, oh, it will just hit you, bam.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it has to hit you. It needs to have that, dopamine effect, like boom.
Yeah.
So I can't start talking about it now. You have to stay close. You have to stay, but you will hear it now for everybody.
Yeah. Is it coming out soon? Is there a timeline already, or when it's dropping?
No, soon. Yeah, but it's ready.
It's ready.
Yeah,
is it going to be an EP
ready.
out this year? Album?
No, not this year.
What's the rest of the year? Not this year.
Not this year. We're just going to have
Give
fun.
Singles this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just for December.
See.
For December enjoyment.
Don't worry, just stay close.
Do you know what the next album is going to sound like, though?
Oh, no. I don't know.
You don't know?
And I don't know because each year is different. And the way I feel and, what I feel like singing about and everything, yeah. I'm not one to record. I don't record songs and end up with dated music. No. It has to be fresh.
So you don't believe in, because a lot of people say, oh, this particular artist has 2,000 songs, 20,000 songs that they've not put out. You don't believe in recording so many songs and just having like a bank to pick from.
So I won't speak for other people, but because for some people it might work for them. But for me, it has to be fresh. Go there, rush. You understand? I serve it to you hot. So when I record in the studio, Michael and I, we know if we're going to use it or not. If we're not using it, we're discarding it. We're moving on to the next.
Wow,
yes.
You discard it.
Yeah.
So even though you've paid for the production time, you've paid for the studio session, this is not.
That's why from the beat selection, it has to be dope. I don't have that money to be throwing up and down, no. Or be keeping it somewhere. I'm not recording to keep it. I'm not wasting all my lamba. There's some songs that if you don't drop now, it will sound dated. Yeah.
Is there a song that you released and you thought was going to be bigger, or a song that you think deserves more, a song of yours? So you feel like, I really love this song. This song should have been bigger than it was.
Yeah, so that's why I said that. And when I made that illustration about Michael Jackson, and I also said that artist is not all the songs you bring out that will have that effect, but at the end of the day, it's you keeping on. And there's sometimes I am performing, and there'll be one fan in the crowd, and the fan is asking for a particular song that is not seemingly popular. So I'm catering to human beings, not just trends. So every song has a purpose. Every song has a milestone.
Niniola don't use that. You answer that question.
No. That's what I'm. No. That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah. Is there any song in particular?
You know, there's some songs like my R&B songs.
Okay. Fair.
Are not like my
biggest tunes.
My, let me say, turn up songs.
Yeah.
So I cater to different audiences. So when I drop a song, of course, there are some songs that you know from in the studio, you know already this one will bang. And there are some you're like, okay, this one will bang too. But at the end of the day, all you can do is do your best and put it out.
I mean, you have collaborated with so many people, and we're about to wrap up this conversation. But, you know, you are also an artist that is not necessarily big on so many collaborations. You know, is that a reason why? Okay, so
when I started, I reached out to some people and they didn't budge. You know, because I like to, you know, do a song with you, let's collaborate. And they I mean, I didn't get angry. See, I will not get angry if you say no to me. And I'm glad a lot of people said no, because it made me stand my ground and be like, you have to do this on your own. There's nobody coming from anywhere
to save you.
Save you. And when you have that in mind, trust me, there's no mountain you cannot climb. And you know, there was a time where people would be like, collaborations, you have to do collaboration so that you can tap into. Baba, at the end of the day, now music people 1 year. Collaborations are good, right? But now, I've been here for like 11, 12 years. And a lot of things have happened that have shaped, you know, my craft. So and when I'm also recording a song, I don't say, I want to feature this person. No. When I record a song and I feel like I'm hearing somebody's song, vocals on it, or Michael is like, I feel like this person can be, then I can reach out. And if the person, you know, obliges, fine. If not, I move on.
Have you ever been in a situation where somebody you reached out to and said no, came back years after to want to feature you? And how did you handle that?
You cannot say no and come back. I'm not angry. Does not mean that I'm open.
Wow. So once somebody has said no,
but by defense, it depends. It's not that deep, really. No, it's not that deep.
Okay.
But most of the time, when people say no, they find it difficult to come back to ask for a favor. Trust me. Yeah.
Fair point. So when you leave this earth, right? And this is my final question. When people say the name Niniola, because even though Niniola, it has become, I think that you've made that name a very popular Yoruba name, right? When people, your sisters, you people have really peculiar names, by the way. Yeah. So when people hear that name, Niniola, and you're no longer here, years, you live long, you know, what do you want people to say about you?
Okay, so first of all, Niniola, the name was given to me by my dad. Niniola means to have wealth. And when I was born, that was when, you know, my dad bought our first color TV. And that's when great things started happening. So I'm a joy giver. And I bring wealth, I bring smiles to people's faces. And that name is resonating with me and my music. So when people think of Niniola, they think of someone who is audacious. They think of a woman who will do the music on her own, not scared to put out music on her own. I don't need a man to sing or do anything. So know that you can work hard. I'm an aspiration to young women and men alike that even without
Yeah.
that backbone, that big label, you can still strive for greatness and achieve it.
All right, and I think that's the perfect place, to wrap up this conversation. Thank you to the Queen of Afro House.
Thank you for
coming
having
through.
me.
It's always a fun time.
Yeah.
I have like 1,000,001 more
I
questions to ask, but
know.
we have to wrap this up. I mean, Jane Steak, at the end of the day, this conversation has been one about originality. She started 12 years ago and has stayed original. And I think that is what you need to stand out in 2025 and going forward. What is authentic to you? What is original to you? That is what the world wants to see. You cannot be another Niniola. You cannot be another Whiskey, another Journey. You have to be the original that is you.